In a quiet room, behind the velvet curtain of party politics, something is stirring. A whisper here. A glance there. A single poll, but one that could rewrite the political map of Britain. It started as a routine survey among Conservative Party members, yet what it revealed was nothing short of explosive, a growing desire among Tories to join forces with Nigel Farage Reform UK. Is this the dawn of a new right-wing alliance, or the beginning of the end for the Conservative Party as we know it? Tonight, we uncover the full story. Before we dive in, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to Echo Britain, and share your opinion below. Do you think a merger between the Tories and Reform UK could save the British right, or destroy it completely? Most of our viewers love strong political analysis and dramatic storytelling. Your comment might be featured in our next video. Imagine this, a few pieces of paper on a journalist's desk, just another poll. But this one carried numbers that hit Westminster like a thunderclap. According to a YouGov poll released during the Conservative Party conference, a staggering 64% of Tory members said they support forming an electoral pact with Reform UK, meaning the two parties wouldn't compete against each other in certain seats. Even more shocking, 46% of Tory members said they'd back a full merger with Reform UK to create a single, united right-wing force. Numbers like these can't be ignored, and they quickly became the talk of every corner of the conference floor. The timing couldn't have been more dramatic. With morale already strained and leadership divisions widening, the poll dropped like a political grenade, leaving the party asking, who are we, and who do we want to be? Standing at the centre of this political storm is Kemi Badenoch, the current leader of the Conservatives, once hailed as the party's rising star and the fresh face of post-election renewal. But the poll's results tell a more troubling story. Half of Tory members now say they do not want Badenoch to lead the party into the next general election. Only 46% still support her. Behind closed doors, that figure speaks volumes. It means uncertainty. It means a lack of confidence. And it fuels whispers of new contenders waiting for their moment to strike. Enter Robert Jenrick, the former minister, who's quietly become a favourite among restless party members. Jenrick hasn't openly endorsed a pact or merger, but his comments suggest a more pragmatic approach. He warns that if the right remains divided, with Reform and the Conservatives fighting over the same voters, Labour could dominate Britain for a generation. Within the party's corridors, the chessboard is being rearranged. Who will hold the crown, and who will trade loyalty for power? So, why are grassroots Conservatives leaning towards such a controversial move? The answer lies in brutal electoral math. In the last general election, Reform UK siphoned off crucial votes in dozens of marginal constituencies, enough to hand victory to Labour in many areas. Members have watched this pattern repeat again and again. To them, unity isn't betrayal, it's survival. Many Tories now argue that without cooperation, the right will remain split and powerless, while Keir Starmer's Labour Party continues to dominate. Beneath the statistics, there's also emotion, a sense of betrayal, loss, and fear. Some members feel their party has lost its identity, drifting toward the centre and abandoning traditional Conservative values. Reform UK, led by the ever-provocative Nigel Farage, speaks to that disillusionment. His movement projects confidence, clarity, and rebellion, the exact traits many Conservatives think their own leaders lack. For them, a pact with Reform isn't just a tactical move. It's a call to reclaim the soul of the right. It didn't take long for the British media to seize the story. Headlines blazed across The Guardian, The Times, and Sky News. Tory members want pact with Farage. Half of Conservatives say Badenoch should step down. A right-wing merger? Britain's political earthquake. The coverage transformed a private polling story into a full-blown national debate. TV pundits, radio hosts, and political bloggers began asking the same question. Is this how the Conservative Party collapses, or is this how it's reborn? Meanwhile, the party leadership scrambled to contain the narrative. Official spokespeople downplayed the poll, insisting the focus should remain on policy, not speculation. But the genie was out of the bottle. Social media turned the poll into a viral storm. Tory activists, Reform loyalists, and journalists all clashed online, turning the debate into a culture war about identity, loyalty, and the future of the British right. Let's break down the three possible outcomes, each one dramatic in its own right. 1. The electoral pact. In this scenario, the Tories and Reform UK agree not to compete in certain constituencies, joining forces to defeat Labour and the Liberal Democrats. The advantage? It consolidates the right-wing vote and could restore dozens of seats. The risk? Voter backlash. Some lifelong Conservatives may refuse to vote for a candidate backed by Farage's movement. And Reform supporters may resent any hint of compromise with the old establishment. 2. The full merger. The boldest, and most dangerous, option. A complete fusion of the two parties into a new political entity. The idea excites nearly half of Tory members. But 48% strongly oppose it. That's not a partnership, that's a civil war waiting to happen. A merger would require reconciling policies, leadership structures, and branding, not to mention negotiating who leads the new movement. Would it be Badenoch? Jenrick? Or would Nigel Farage himself demand a seat at the top table? 3. The collapse scenario. If the leadership continues to reject grassroots pressure, internal rebellion could grow. Local associations might defy headquarters. Donors could shift support. And members might defect to Reform UK outright, turning the Tory Party into a shell of its former self. Every scenario carries consequences. And right now, the party stands at the crossroads, with its future in the hands of both leaders and loyalists. For the Conservative leadership, this is a nightmare of contradictions. Publicly, they must appear strong, independent from Farage populism. Privately, they know that without Reform voters, the road back to power looks almost impossible. If they reject cooperation, they risk alienating their own members. If they embrace it, they risk losing credibility with moderates and traditional Conservatives. Kemi Badenoch's position grows more precarious by the day. She insists she won't sell out Conservative values, but the numbers suggest her base is slipping away. Meanwhile, Robert Jenrick waits in the wings, carefully building alliances among restless MPs and members, positioning himself as the man who can bridge the two sides. Behind the scenes, power brokers and strategists whisper that if Badenoch stumbles, Jenrick could emerge as the unity candidate, a bridge between the establishment and the insurgents. And what about Nigel Farage, the ever-present ghost of British politics? To many Conservatives, he's the embodiment of what they lost: charisma, conviction, clarity. But to others, he's a threat, a populist force that could devour their party from within. For Farage and Reform UK, this poll is a gift. It legitimizes their influence and shows they've succeeded in capturing the hearts of thousands of traditional Tory voters. But merging with the Conservatives could also be risky for Reform. Their brand thrives on rebellion and anti-establishment sentiment. Uniting with the old elite could kill their outsider appeal. It's a dangerous dance, one where every move could either strengthen or destroy both sides. Out in the streets, the British public is divided. Some see the idea of uniting the right as common sense, a necessary move to stop Labour's dominance. Others call it desperate, even dangerous. Social media has become a battlefield. Supporters of a pact accuse the party's leadership of cowardice. Opponents warn that Faragism could permanently stain the Conservative brand. The debate has moved beyond politics, it's become a cultural question. What does it mean to be Conservative in Britain today? There's a haunting historical echo here. In the early 20th century, Britain saw multiple attempts by right-wing factions to form coalitions, most famously the national government of the 1930s. Each promised stability. Each ended with fragmentation. Modern-day observers see the same warning signs. A party losing its identity, searching for salvation in alliances that could ultimately destroy it. But history also teaches that political rebirth often begins with collapse. Could this be the crucible in which a new movement is forged, one that redefines Britain's right wing for the next generation? And so we end where we began, in the shadows of Westminster, where whispers carry farther than speeches. A poll. A rebellion. A leader on the edge. and a rival waiting in the dark. The question isn't whether something will change, it's how much will change, and who will survive it. Will the Tories merge with Reform and rise again? Or will history remember this as the moment the Conservative Party imploded under its own divisions? The answer hasn't been written yet. But when it comes, it will reshape Britain's political landscape for years to come. What do you think? Should the Tories join forces with Nigel Farage, or is that a deal with the devil? Leave your comment below, your opinion might appear in our next episode. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a moment from Echo Britain, where the truth is told with drama, depth, and daring.